Gary, can you come and help me with the dishes, please? Yes, love. Doing something very important right now. Reading the world news, and I'm looking after the kids. Gary, get over here now and help me in the kitchen. Hurry up! Yes, love, I'm coming. Cleaning, not my job. Woman's job to clean the kitchen. What did you just say? Did you just say that it's woman's job to be cleaning the kitchen? Well, discussion went well. Hi everyone, I wanted to talk to you today about an important subject, and that is being able to communicate. We have lots of, the most important things we have in this life are friendships and relationships. With our partners, with our parents, with our siblings, and if you're a teenager watching this, just with your friends. Being able to navigate this socially complex map, so to speak, is really important. I wasn't a great communicator for many years. My ex would probably testify to that. Being a guy, didn't really know how to express my feelings at all, and so whenever I'm dialed in a conversation, I would find it difficult to say what I needed to say, and I would often get anxious and a bit overwhelmed, and then when that happens, your brain just kind of shuts down, and basically my brain used to just go blank. Like, my ex would say, well, what about this, and blah blah blah, and I'd be just like, oh. And the more you get pressured, the more you would just have nothing to say, because your brain would just get more anxious, and then it'd be worse. So I learnt through the process of becoming more aware of my feelings, which we all have, regardless of who we are. We all have feelings, and they are all influencing us, and we carry them all the time. And so being able to express what we're feeling is really important. I don't always get it right. I can still offend, or I can still be unkind, or without meaning, not deliberately, but we can still say and do things that aren't right. But at least I've got this awareness of, well, okay, how did I make the other person feel by my actions and behaviours? And at least I can then reflect on that and go, well, if I've annoyed them, what do I need to do to help fix that, or to restore that so our relationship is okay? And so by using the Lifeworkz Map, it helps me to communicate better. And so this is just something that I've learned over time, and it takes time. It takes time to get it right. So let me just get the map, because I forgot to get it out, and I'll show you. Okay, so here's the Lifeworkz Map, and so this I use in my head, because now I kind of know it, and so I use this to help me communicate with my wife. I use it to communicate with my kids. I tell you what, that can be pretty challenging at times, because kids know how to push your button. If you're a parent, you would know exactly what that means. So basically, if I have the safe up here, the safe represents an event that's going on in our life. Usually you say, right, if your partner, for example, or a friend of yours, or you need to go to a friend, for example, and discuss something, you need to say, well, what event does it relate to? What's happened? Because that's what the safe is. It represents us, and inside of the safe are all these drawers, and each drawer represents a particular event that's occurred in our life. And so we need to be able to go, righto, well, it was this particular event that started to make me sad, or it's starting to frustrate me, and so I need to then go to this other person, or have a chat with them to kind of clear the air. If you don't, basically you can end up holding that as resentment, and then it can come out as different thoughts. And so by not expressing your feeling properly, so if you're feeling particularly angry about something, or frustrated, or irritated or annoyed, it ends up influencing our thoughts, and we have these negative thoughts going around in our head all the time, and then you can end up expressing just your thought only without talking about your feeling. Talking about your feeling is probably a better way to approach it. So when you're approaching somebody, or your partner, like my wife and I, we're pretty blunt and straight to the point when we communicate with each other. We're both pretty honest, and which is a good thing. So we will have some good chats at times, but we're usually pretty straight to the point say what we need to say, because in particular you kind of go, well, look, this is bothering me, this is annoying me, this is frustrating me, and then you will say what it is that's frustrating you. So you just get it off your chest and you just put it out there. You can say, which is a bit gentler way, and probably a good one if you want to use it with friends as well. You can say, look, I'm a bit confused about something that just occurred. Can we have a chat to help clarify? Because I'm a bit confused about what's taking place here. So it doesn't feel like you're attacking the other person as much, but it gives you a chance to communicate with each other and to enter into a dialogue, which is good. The other one down the bottom here is my self-worth tank. And basically my self-worth tank is made up of three things. The self-belief that I matter, the self-belief that I'm valuable, and the self-belief that I'm lovable. And I talk about those a lot more in the course that I do. So, but just briefly, we often, in relationships, that self-worth one there is often the one that gets pushed. Someone will do something that we might feel a bit belittled or, patronized or put down. And so they're actually attacking our self-worth, which is saying, well, look, your feelings and thoughts don't really matter. Mine are more important. And if our body language or what we say is communicated to us like that, it's really pressing our self-worth button and can make us feel really quite small and down and not good about yourself. So if you think that button is being pressed, it's really important that you actually communicate to the person who is doing that to you, because damaging your self-worth and attacking your self-worth, that's not okay. And you need to actually draw a boundary and a line and actually say, well, what you said to me is not okay and this is why. And so you need to be able to communicate that. So that's how the Lifeworkz Map has helped me to be just a regular guy, communicate better. I'm more aware of my feelings, more aware of how my self-worth can be impacted and how I can react from that. And so being more aware of those then allows me to say, okay, well, how am I going to best deal with this and as we move forward? And it also can help me in the moment. So when I'm feeling annoyed it's very hard to do this, because when your irritation levels start to increase, it's very hard to pull yourself back when you're trying to when you've got something that's just coming out, because usually the more irritated and more frustrated we get, our volume of our voice rises and our tone gets more assertive and bleh. It's hard to stop, but if you can do it and practice it, it's great. That's a perfect way to communicate, to actually say, look, I can't talk about this right now, I'm not in a good state of mind. So the Lifeworkz Map has helped me to learn to communicate better. This is a great thing to start practicing, because the younger you can start practicing these things, the better you can get at it at a younger age, and it'll help you in all your future relationships and friendships that are in the future. So hope that's helpful. And so if you want to make any comments below, that feel free. If you want to contact me, that's good. If you like the video, give it a like, and I'll talk to you again soon. All right, bye.